Shabbat Shalom, Kohalo Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashem Akakodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yashawan, back with the WW3 Daily Update, and Shabbat Shalom and salutations to anyone who shows up to watch this. All right, so we're going to quickly go to Joel, all right, and I'm going to start right here with the gathering, because Vlad Putin says, I'm mobilizing, all right, and Tokyo Rose says that people are running, trying to get out of Russia so they won't have to fight and all of that. It's propaganda. You know, I'm sure there's a few, but trying to say that the Russians are running scared, that's, first of all, if the Most High put the spirit on them to fight, then that's what they're going to do, rain or shine. All right? Let's read 2. I will gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. Okay, Joel 3 and 2. So the Most High is I will gather all nations and bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shaphat, meaning God's judgment. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nation part of my land. Let's read this real quick. This is in the NLT. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? Why would God gather the armies of the world together? Let's jump down here to 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. What do armies do? They wage war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Okay? This is what Putin is doing right now. Hey, we're about to draft, we're about to conscript, all right? We're about to mobilize. For what? Salaki, for this war, all right? So I'm going to make this short. We'll go into what Vlad is doing, because Vlad keeps saying this, look, I'm not bluffing. And this is the news of the hour, of the day, okay? This is Dina Calmetta show, End Times News Report, right? Which is funny, because she gets it all wrong, but some of the things, I mean, she can't break down the scriptures. And she'll go into Ezekiel and say that, oh, they're coming after the land of Israel. No, the Israelites are in Babylon the Great right now, and we'll prove that. So anyway, weekend review. Let's listen.
I just want to say this, that Putin has put out a nuclear threat to the West, and he's ordering a partial military call-up of his own people, and that's sparking huge protests in, near the Kremlin, in Moscow and St. Petersburg, and he's calling 300,000 reservists.
All right, gathering the troops together. Prepare for war. What war? World War III. Right, this is yesterday. The date right here, today's the 26th. This is yesterday. This isn't 24 hours old yet. Okay.
Russia to get ready for Russian war, and he's saying the world is on the brink of nuclear war.
The world, as in World War, as in nuclear World War. Putin's nuclear threat to the West. Who's the West? Western Europe. Okay. The Americas, North, South, Central. Okay. Except for his allies over here. Vlad warns Ukraine's allies, not Ukraine. See that? Vladimir warns Ukraine's ally. He ain't talking about it. He ain't thinking about the Ukraine. He will use weapons of destruction. What kind? All right. Announces mobilization gathering, just like it says in the scriptures. 300,000 troops, and declares, I am not bluffing. All right? So it's only going to take a matter of time. Occupied Ukrainian territories will be annexed to Russia, he said, and all means will be used to defend them. And I believe that over the weekend, they had the referendum, if you will, and I have to check. I'll do a update tomorrow, but I believe the lands in the Donbass, the majority of them have voted to be part of Russia, if you will. I'll say it easy, all right, so that you understand. So they had a vote, to be classified as part of Russia or Ukraine. They voted in favor of being part of Russia. Ukraine dismissed the threat, saying it is predictable and shows the war is not going as Putin had planned. This is propaganda. Scroll down to read Putin's full address. All right, so anyway, let's listen.
Because he warns that he will use weapons of destruction. And the people in St. Petersburg and Moscow are protesting. They're going in the streets and protesting. So far, 1,100 have been arrested. And this is a big deal. I'm telling you, the Russians do not want to fight Putin's war. They don't.
Well, and there was also a document that it's redacted, in the Russian. It's a Russian document, and it talks about the 300,000. But within that document that's been redacted, that draft number goes up to 1 million.
Right.
Gather the troops. 1 million. Secret clause in Putin's mobilization decree may allow him to draft up to 1 million reservists. And that's true. They left out one of the clauses that they didn't have to disclose because they're keeping it a secret.
So he is expecting I think this is going to spill over into a war with the West. This could be the war that turns us into World War III.
You think? This is yesterday's reporting.
Right. That's a tribulation event, though, right? So
yeah, but I'm just saying that
close. We're getting close.
We're that close. I mean,
right, we are.
I mean, it's right. and even today, I think it's the Foreign Minister Lavrov had said that the United States is teetering on the brink of a direct war with Russia.
Well, there it is. That's what it says in the scriptures. So let's stop this proxy bullshit and let's get down to it. All right. Sooner the better.
Right. And in this declaration where he says he will, do this, he says the words, I am not bluffing. I am not bluffing. And so I guess he means business. He's a leader who's been pushed up against the wall. He's having struggles with his Ukraine war. He's desperate because he wants to maintain his appearance of power, right?
And he's not desperate. He's being led by the Most High. The Most High put the Spirit on him to do exactly what he's doing, and he's going to do it. All right? And that is that. All right? I am not bluffing. I am not bluffing is trending right now. Let me see if I can find this. Putin, we all die. This is trending. Putin said, we all die. Come on. See, you know what? Let's try it again. P. Putin says, look, if you want to if you don't get off my doorstep, I'm gonna shoot these nukes, and the eventual outcome of that is that we all die. So that's what you want? Suddenly, look at this. Now, can't get no love here. Let me search it over here. Let's go here. Reuters. Let's see. Oh, this is 5 days ago. Where's the headline? Putin escalates Ukraine war, issues a nuclear threat to West. This is not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Newsweek. Russian state TV comforts viewers on nuclear war. We all die someday. That's not it. That's on 4/27. So when he said we all die, he said, hey, we go to nuclear war. So they're hiding that. 9/23. Let's go back here. So I can bear with me. I'm just kind of searching around. This thing refuses to search. This is funny. Come on. All right, I'll play the rest of it. So lock in.
And so when he's having some losses in Ukraine, that's not boding well for his ego. He's a despot, and he's a power grabber. And this is, God has put a hook in his mouth, I believe, to move him into Ukraine. I don't think his target is really Ukraine as much as Israel, though.
Wrong. His target is Babylon the Great. Okay. His target, and we'll pull the scripture. Let's let them mangle the scripture.
He is, I believe, gunning for Israel ultimately, and that's just my personal opinion. I just want to put that there. But
lean not unto your own understanding.
Well, it's biblical. It's what Ezekiel says will happen. But
now she's going to go into it. She can get some of it right. And when she gets to Moab, she's going to start mangling. And, oh, it's China. Oh, they're going after Israel. They're not going. Where's that in the scriptures?
I want to mention today that Russian TV, I believe it was today or yesterday.
This is what I was looking for. Russian state TV tells viewers nuclear war is likely. Everyone dies. That's what I'm looking for. All right.
They said that when Putin, and we've had discussions about this, Susan, will he use nuclear weapons in Ukraine? And it's what the TV host said, that when he was making that declaration a couple of days ago about, nuclear war, he wasn't directing that at Ukraine.
Who was he directing it at? She's going to say the West. Well, guess what? Israel, the land of Israel, ain't the West. Okay?
He's directing that at the West.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Because we were saying, why would he hit Ukraine with nuclear weapons? There would be a fallout into Russia. No. He was talking about hitting the West. And
he's talking about the United States. Is Israel sending aid packages, weapons, and troops? No, that would be America, Babylon the Great. It just allocated another 27 million. All right? No, it's not Israel.
I want to mention today that Russian TV, I believe it was today or yesterday, they said that when Putin, and we've had discussions about this, Susan, will he use nuclear weapons in Ukraine? And it's what the TV host said, that when he was making that declaration a couple of days ago about, nuclear war, he wasn't directing that at Ukraine. He was directing that at the West.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Because we were saying, why would he hit Ukraine with nuclear weapons? There would be a fallout into Russia. No, 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 no. He was talking about hitting the West, and he has a weapon. Okay, this weapon is unlimited. It can evade anti-missile systems. It can fly at levels to where it becomes invisible.
What they're not going to say about it is that it has a nuclear reactor on it. It's nuclear powered. That's why they're calling it Flying Chernobyl. What does Chernobyl mean? What does this word Chernobyl mean? It means wormwood. We can get that. All right. Chernobyl means wormwood, a word that's in the Bible. Flying Chernobyl. It says a rocket comes out of the sky and turns the 1/3 of the waters into wormwood. All right.
It goes around the world unnoticed, and so it's unlimited, and it's a nuclear weapon.
It says with unlimited range. What does that mean? It means it's nuclear powered, so it's not going to run out of energy. Okay? So they don't even know how to explain what they're reporting on. I'm going to let them go anyway.
And he actually was not going to release that weapon until 2025. Well, now he's in a rush to get this weapon up and running. So
wow.
So that just came out today. And we have satellite images that show him working to get this weapon up and running. So
it says nuclear powered cruise missile. Okay. Meaning it has unlimited range. Okay. An ICBM is intercontinental because it has a range that can move it from one continent to the next. This can fly around the earth until you want to detonate it. Okay. Continuously. Unlimited range. What does that mean? Okay. Nuclear powered. All right. So you can't let a woman. I suffer not a woman to teach anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're literally, right there. We are right there.
And that's the point. We are right there. You're right about that.
We are definitely there. And just a couple other quick last-minute news items. NASA is planning...
That's it. All right. We don't have to get into the ridiculousness. But anyway, hey, Putin said everyone dies. Why would he say that? He said, well, we know that you're going to hit us with all your missiles, but guess what? You die too. We all die. All right? So let's get that little... We'll close off with this. Let's get wormwood. Is it 8 and 11? Let me see. Okay. Huh. 8 and 11? What was it? Okay. Let's read this. Revelation 11 and is it 8 and 11? Slovakia. Start at 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven. This word heaven means the sky. This word, a great star, is talking about that missile. Okay? Burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the missile was called Chernobyl. Look at that. And the name of that rocket, that missile, that cruise missile, is called Wormwood. You think that they went into the scriptures and figured this out? And the third part of the waters became bitter, wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Okay? So let's look at this word wormwood. Okay, let's go here. Let's type in wormwood. Type in Chernobyl. Is it Chernoby? Chernobyl, meaning. Chernobyl what? UIL. What does Chernobyl mean in Russia? Chernobyl is a partially abandoned city. Chernobyl disaster also, the Chernobyl disaster was a nuclear accident that occurred in April 1986. Right here, the notes on Chernobyl. Biblical prophecy, cultural disaster. It is often said that the meaning of the Ukrainian word Chernobyl is wormwood. Okay? Wormwood. And they're hiding that. Why would it say that? Moscow, July 25th. A prominent Russian writer recently produced a tattered old Bible with a practiced hand turned to Revelation. Listen, he said, this is incredible. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. That star is that missile. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. In a dictionary, he showed the Ukrainian word for wormwood, a bitter wild herb used as a tonic in rural Russia, Chernobyl. The writer, an atheist, was hardly alone in pointing out the apocalyptic reference to the star called Chernobyl. Wait a minute, it was called wormwood, right? Called Chernobyl, with the uncanny speed common to rumor in the Soviet Union. The discovery has spread across Soviet land, contributing to the swelling body of lore that has shaped the public consciousness of the disaster at the Chernobyl atomic power plant in the Ukraine. Among many Russians, that passage from Revelations, also known as the Apocalypse, has touched a strong penchant for superstition in the national character, giving Chernobyl the quality of an almost supernatural disaster. Right. So anyway, those two names go together, Chernobyl and Wormwood. Okay. I'm not saying it. They're saying it. All right. So we go back to the scripture and we read it again. It says, and the third angel sounded, this is Revelation 8 and 10. And there fell a great star from heaven. That's talking about a rocket coming from the sky, a missile, burning as it were a lamp. A star don't burn like a lamp. A shooting star does. And it fell upon the third part of rivers and upon fountains of waters, and the name of the star is called. And the name of the star, the missile, is called Chernobyl. Let's see if we can get the word sky out of heaven here. Fell from the sky. A great star blazing like a torch, that's a missile. Fell from the sky, that's a missile. From the sky, where's the word heaven? Fell from heaven, the sky. Burning like a torch. Okay? Let's type in torch. Let's see if we can get a rocket out of torch. Torch. There's the rocket. Turn it upside down. See that rocket? Burning like a torch. It's a cruise missile. There's the burning. There's the torch. It's pretty simple. As John the Revelator trying to describe what he's seen. This is clearly a rocket. I'm going to get this real quick. I'm going to make this the thumbnail. How about that? Is that all right, y'all? Okay. So, and I know I'm going extra long on this, so bear with me. Back to Revelation. John the Revelator, he's explaining. So, and a great star, blazing like a torch, that's talking about that missile, fell from the sky. All right? See how that works? So whenever you see heaven, there are many levels to heaven. On earth as it is in heaven, the earth is a heaven. Okay? The government, the way that the world is being run right now. If it's in your favor, you're in heaven. If it's not in your favor, if you're a slave on the earth during the time of this kingdom, you're in hell. If you're a king on the earth at this time, you're in heaven, on the earth. All right? So the kingdom of heaven will be on earth, and it will be heaven to some people, namely the nation of Israel. They'll be in their heaven. The kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites. And if you're not an Israelite during that kingdom, you will be in hell. It's going to be hell on your ass, just like it is for us right now. All right? Heaven and hell are conditions on the earth. Now, where the Most High in the spirit world, that's a heaven. All right? Outer space is a heaven. The sky is a heaven. The earth's atmosphere. And on earth is a heaven. Okay, there are levels. Have you ever heard of seventh heaven? All right, not that there's seven, but this is, don't get misconstrued. So it says, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, or a torch fell from the sky. Now we go back to this, and they're showing you. Where's the thing? Where's the Vlad? Salaki, bear with me. Gotta find it now. Let's see. Okay, back it up here. This. Now watch closely. I'm not making this up. Putin hastily reading flying Chernobyl. What was the name of the star? What was the name of the torch? What was the name of the missile? What was the name of the, what does this say right here? Missile, nuclear missile called, see right here where it has these quotes? That means that's what they call it. That's the name of flying Chernobyl, Wormwood. The name of the star, the missile, is Wormwood. And I'm not saying, well, this is what the Bible is saying. I'm not saying that. It's manifesting itself to you. All right? Extrapolate. It's pretty simple. Okay? They opened the book and said, hey, here's your wormwood. Did they not? It's dealing with nukes. Go back a little. What did Vlad say?
With his Ukraine war, he's
What does
a
it say?
destruction and
Warns he will use weapons, Putin's nuclear threat to the West. What kind of weapons of destruction? Nuclear threat. Call Wormwood. Call Chernobyl. I am not bluffing. Here we are today. This is yesterday. This is trending. I am not bluffing. Wormwood. Nigga, I got wormwood, nigga. We're in the Bible right now. All right? So, with that, I'm just having some fun. Salakia. With that, we hope that the elect are edified. We'll see you tomorrow. You brothers and few sisters, Shabbat Shalom.